Freshman quarterback Rudy Wooden has been impressing coaches all throughout camp, trying to win that starting spot. Some really nice, impressive play. The young quarterback, though, just is not showing enough to upend senior quarterback Jace Bowers. Bowers was expected to be the starter last season, did not get it, and now he'll have a shot to be the starting quarterback here at Sam Houston. So, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Back on Sam Houston Bearkats Dynasty. One last episode, not one last episode in terms of one last, but one more episode here before Madden 25 comes out, before I reveal my franchise team in the next few days here. But Jace Bauer will be our starting quarterback. I thought about starting Rudy Wooden, but you know, hey, depending on how things go later in the season, he could actually end up starting a few games, but just not right now. Just not going to happen. I still think this team is decent enough where I think we can win some games, if I'm being honest. I think there's games we can go out and win, so it's not going to be Bauer. But we take a look here at this roster. Dante David is going to be our running back too, despite being a 68 overall. Let me take a look here at the receiving room, and there's some talent here. Fatu Makuba, 65 overall, but 97 speed, 99 acceleration. Look here, Lonnie Adskims, I believe that's how you pronounce that, 95 speed, 92 acceleration. So, are they as good as some of these other players up here? No, but the speed they have, I think, is what sets it apart. You can teach a lot of other things when it comes to how to play receiver. You can't teach that speed, so both of those guys are going to be in the starting lineup. Then we have the tight end room. We have some juniors, some freshmen, some seniors in here. Fernando Garza does have a deal breaker about playing time, which is kind of weird, but either way, he's going to be the starting tight end here for his last season of college football. Now take a look here at left tackle. Things are okay, I suppose. Not great, but not bad. Could be a lot worse. Left guard, not great. We have two redshirt players here, David Duggan and Fatu Faheo. Those are two one-star prospects that we brought in. Gonna get the redshirt treatment. Do not want to see those guys on the field this year, or maybe not even next year, honestly. But so they probably shouldn't see the field, so that's a positive. Then we have a sophomore here, Austin Kuberski, a transfer, going to be our starting center. Sophomore, so some room to grow the next 2 years. I highly doubt that's a player that's going to transfer out of here or try to enter the draft, so that is a positive for us. Take a look through here. John Cabral, a right tackle, or yes, a right tackle that we brought in. Now we take a look here at the defense. Nothing really changed here on our left ends. We're going to have to bring in some new ends. New ends in general, just guys who are a little bit bigger, I would say. We have Caleb Bryant here. We run a 3-4, so it makes more sense for us to bring in more traditional ends like Terrence Hicks, who we brought in, 60 overall. Not going to play this year, going to be redshirted. And we take a look here at defensive tackle. And we have some interesting players here. We got some good sophomores, honestly. And then we have a couple other players here. Quinzavius Warren. We have another Warren there. So we look decent here at defensive tackle. We have some youth here, but still going to want to try to get some other players here as well. Lucas Samsula was a sophomore transfer. Just a depth piece for us to have. Then we take a look here at left outside linebacker. Looking all right there. And then we take a look here at middle linebacker. Quan Butts and Bryce Sams, both going to be redshirts this year. Want to kind of save those guys. We don't need them. Dwayne Millhouse, though, is actually going to be one of our starting linebackers this year, just because he has the best acceleration out of our linebackers. Mix of speed, acceleration, and best awareness as well at 66. Play rec is at a 73, so it's one of the best among all of our linebackers. Then we have a couple other guys here at left outside linebacker. It's not great. Then we come here to corner. We have some interesting corners, actually. Gideon Corker is going to get redshirted. I forgot to redshirt him before I started going through this roster, but you see Talia Klutz and Steve Woods getting redshirt along with Gideon Corker. We have enough veterans in this cornerback room that we don't need those guys to start just yet. So that's kind of some roster management stuff that we're, constantly going to be thinking about, as, it's one of those things that you have to do when you're managing a college roster as opposed to a pro roster. When you see Duke Abnenson, one of the key recruits we had last year, comes in at a 64 overall. He might play a little bit, so he's not going to get a red shirt just yet. And then you see Jeremy Morton, another player that we brought in, 58 overall. I believe he was a 1-star. So, redshirt him as well. But safety room looks pretty good as well, with some youth there, some veteran presence. We're going to have to look for some kickers throughout this recruiting process, and along with punters. So there is all that. And then let's go put that red shirt on Gideon Corker before we forget about that. So quick thing, going to be changing the format of these videos just a little bit. You're going to see just in a second, kind of get back to my traditional format, cut back on some of the, I would say, glut in the videos. So let's get into it. Week 1 versus Rutgers. Last season, Sam Houston State made the long trip up to New Jersey to take on Rutgers. Well, this season, Rutgers returns the favor, traveling all the way from New Brunswick down here to take on the Sam Houston Bearkats. Week 1 of the college football season getting kicked off here. Jace Bauer, starting quarterback senior. He saw some action in that Rutgers game, actually. Saw a little bit of action in the Pop-Tarts Bowl versus Syracuse, as Sam Houston looking to build on last season's late success. Jace Bauer here early on. A couple little completions here. Going to throw a screen here to their running back right there. Now they're going to come back again. Bauer looking, going to take off himself. This is something Bauer can do. This is a part of the game that they did not have last season at quarterback. Did not have this level of athleticism that they do with Bauer. Now Bauer going to get this one out here to Simeon Evans. Evans going to be 3rd and inches. Sam Houston lost multiple leading receivers last year. Lost Noah Smith, lost Malik Phillips, lost Ife Adi. All of those players graduating out. So, gonna have to do with a new group of cast of players here. Simeon Evans was on the team last year. Now here comes Lonnie Adkins, picking up that little jet pass right there, picking up the first down. It almost acts like a run. A couple plays later here's Stevens with the fullback run. He's not officially a fullback. Cooper Stevens is a tight end, likes to moonlight at fullback, and either way, Sam Houston gets on the board first. So here is an interception. Picked off is the quarterback, is Shepard. Threw that one just a little bit too far, and it ends up being picked for Sam Houston right there. Kayshawn Raven picks that one off. So now Bauer, what's he going to do? How is he going to take advantage of this situation? He's going to throw an interception himself, giving it right back to Rutgers. Not able to take advantage of the error right there. Rutgers, they're going to try to take advantage of this right here. A couple plays later, 2nd and 2 into the end zone goes Duff right there. And Rutgers is going to tie this one up. So now Bauer going to come back. 2nd quarter, throwing this football. Fernando Garza picks up the first down right there on a Rutgers player's back. Now 2nd and 1. Here, another little jet pass here to Adkins. And Adkins has an angle. Adkins has a touchdown. Touchdown, Sam Houston, 14-7. I think it's all early. We're talking about Heisman right there. But Sam Houston coming out firing here on all cylinders on offense, at least outside of that interception. So now Shepard has all day to throw, zone coverage. Someone's going to find a hole in the zone, and that is going to be a first down for Rutgers. Big play right there. 2nd and 10 now. Shepard steps back. He's going to get sacked here by Kirby. Was a red shirt last season. This year getting his chance to shine. And he gets the sack right there. 3rd and 18. Shepard on the run now. Shepard just going to keep it himself. He's going to get hit by Hayes. Hayes is going to strip that ball loose from Shepard. And the Rutgers player there, number 27, he didn't notice it, I don't think. He didn't know that ball was fumbled. And instead, Rutgers just kicking a field goal here. It's a turnover. So now Bauer going to step back, looking, throws this one deep here, and what a play from the DB right there. Knocking that one down. I think he had the check down, instead decided to go for the bigger play. And here's another interception from Shepard. Gets hit as he throws. This one's Wilson. Wilson, the 30, 20, 10, 5 touchdown. Sam Houston, 69-yard pick six from Drayvon Wilson. Nice on that one. And Shepard just getting some pressure here right in his face. And Sam Houston was not able to kind of generate pressure like this last season. So now, what does Rutgers have before they... Well, it's going to be another sack here. Deshaun Kirby getting his second sack of the game. And that's how the first half is going to end, with Sam Houston up 14. So now Bauer comes here, third quarter. Man in motion here. Bauer throws this one here, and it's the redshirt freshman Makuba, and Makuba is going to be gone. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Makuba taking that one. Just Makuba, the Fatu Makuba, the coaching staff talked about this. They talked about the speed of this kid, and they said it was just incredible. He said, you know, young, raw player still at the position, but the speed you can't teach. And the way he just ran away from that defender kind of shows that. So, how is Sam Houston defense going to respond? Well, they're going to respond by giving up a big run here. 10-5 touchdown Rutgers. They get right back in this game. And Rutgers kind of get back here, trying to claw their way back here with a big run here from Brown. Taking that one to the house. So, Sam Houston, what do they do after that big play last time? Well, you basically come out and you run it again, and Makuba gets the ball here. Makuba, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10-5 touchdown again by Fatu Makuba. Takes it 85 yards. And yeah, he's putting this game to sleep right here. I mean, just a simple little whip route. That's all it was, just a whip route. And he takes it. 85 yards. When he really learns how to play receiver, when he really gets the intricacies of playing this position, watch out, because the athleticism this kid has is absolutely insane, explosive. Here comes Duff again, his second receiving touchdown of the game, trying to get Rutgers back in this game. This one isn't over just yet. Rutgers getting that score, making it 21-35 now. So, what does Sam Houston have here? 35-21 Bauer. Little drag route for Makuba. Makuba here just breaks the ankles on that DB, and he takes it the rest of the way. Touchdown, Sam Houston again. 3 receiving touchdowns from Makuba here, and he basically did all the work on each of them. After the catch action for him is just massive, and here is Tyler Bailey, the junior, with an interception, and that is your dagger in this one. Sam Houston exacts revenge on last season's defeat versus Rutgers, and Tyler Bailey gets that interception. He had an interception last year versus Rutgers. So Sam Houston starts the season 1-0, 42-21. Big win for them as they look to build on last season. Take a look here at some of these stats on this one. Jace Bauer, 17 of 23, 295 yards, 4 touchdowns. Does have the one blemish with the interception, but made up for it with everything else. And then Fatu Makuba, 4 receptions, 172 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. Lonnie Atkins, 4 receptions, 46 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. And then Shepard, 17 of 26, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the day. We got Brown, 10 rushing attempts, 10 carries, 133 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. A lot of those yards came from that 1 carry. And then Duff, 5 receptions, 44 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns on the day for him. Lone bright spot in the receiving game for Rutgers. Sam Houston wins this one 42-21 as Rutgers starts the season 0-1. So that was a really good game. Here is our recruiting update. Nothing too major for me to talk about just yet, but looking pretty good here. Got a couple running backs excited to come here. Some of these guys are getting to their top 5. See the top 3 there in their top 5, so we can start getting to the hard sell situations with them. But then look at this. Deshaun Kirby, 2 sacks on the day, 3 TFLs. He had a really good game for us. And wasn't a guy that I recruited, previous coaches brought in. So, but then Fatu Makuba, 4 receptions, 172 yards, 3 touchdowns. The speed he has is just insane. And to kind of have a guy like that already on roster is pretty awesome. So when we come back next episode, gonna take on Hawaii. Then I think after the Hawaii game, we'll probably have a bigger update on recruiting, because right now the minutes are all the same. We're trying to get to that top 5, top 8 portion with some of these guys, and so not much to talk about just yet. Recruiting is kind of where we left it off last time. So if you want to see more of this, more of that, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.